guys, welcome back to the Fix My Posture series, and I'm so excited to have you with me. We've been running for a couple of months, so if you haven't watched some of the videos from before, please go back, please watch them, try it out and see how it goes for you. In this video, I kind of wanted to talk about the idea that we've been talking about how to stand, how to sit, how long to sit. We've been talking about mindset, we've spoken about power postures, but once we've got all of these things in terms of like our posture and standing and sitting, how do we start progressing and getting stronger, right? Because if anything in life, with no growth, we're dying, right? And with no movement, we're dying. And so, I just kind of want to bring to light the progression that you can take to go from whether we're sedentary and really working at a desk 12 to 14 hours a day, and then kind of moving forward into being a little bit proactive, right? And you never really want to jump from a sedentary life all the way through to carrying heavy weights. I don't think your muscle's going to really allow you to do that, or you will just get hurt. So there's a nice progression that I like to take my patients through, and really the first step is to kind of see where our biomechanical dysfunctions are, right? And so what that really means is that when we've been sitting in bad postures, some muscles are tighter than others. And it just means that what happens is those muscles tend to, because of holding that posture, what they're actually doing is just constantly contracting. The muscle behind, or the agonist, we've got an agonist, which is the muscle that moves, and an antagonist, which is the muscle that supports the movement. Oftentimes, the muscle that supports the movement gets a little bit tired, and that's where you get all the dysfunction, and I've explained that before. So what you really want to be doing is identifying which are the tight and strong muscles, and let's start stretching those out. And then which are the tight and weak muscles, and let's start working those out. So it's going to be interesting if you find yourself sitting at a desk all the time and you've got rounded shoulders. I think that the worst thing you can do is to go straight into gym and start doing some, kind of any sort of push-ups and press-ups and chest workouts. And the reason why I say this is because these muscles are already tight. What you really want to start doing is, one, have someone assess where your biomechanical weaknesses are, and then start from there. And having said so, you can start with stuff like yoga, and even from a non-spiritual perspective, if that's not something that you're comfortable with, yoga is a great way to kind of progress from a lack of movement to just putting some easy load, but incorporating some stretches. And then you've got Pilates, which is really awesome because that's going to focus a lot on the core, which is something that we want to do, right? Because remember, we said the core is a powerhouse of the body. A lot of our movement needs to come from the core. It needs to brace the back. So kind of making sure that you've got that core strength is really, really important. And then you can kind of start doing things like we've spoken about cardio and talking about how you need whether it's an hour and a half of moderate exercise a week. And so that literally going to take a walk with a friend and slowly progressing. So whether you start off on a slow walk, a slow 1K walk, and then start progressing to it being faster. And so we've got that. And then you start looking at things like gym. I have some reservations with gym, and especially if you don't know how to use the machines properly, what your form needs to be like. This is why I like to work with personal trainers very, very often, very closely. Because what we'll do is we'll look at one, like I said to you, we'll look at the biomechanical dysfunctions. What should you be doing? What shouldn't you be doing? What's going to make you stronger, right? And then also just showing you your form, making sure that you know how to activate that transverse abdominis muscle. And just a quick reminder, it's belly button in and up, and that's because that muscle really braces the back, and so you want to really keep doing that. And so then, so we look at form, but then we also look at the idea that just because you go to gym doesn't necessarily mean you need to push heavy, right? You can do more reps instead of, heavy, and you can do more reps and still do the same amount of work. The gyms are awesome now because you actually have things that you can do like cycling, classes like that, or step class. And you just really want to make sure that you progress your body through the process. And I think the mistake we often make is that we kind of want to, because we're so eager, and I know January is coming up, and so everyone's going to have these really massive resolutions of, I'm going to go to gym every week and every day or whatever it is I want you to understand that it's about consistency, right? And I love the fire, but let's make sure that that fire, even when that disappears, almost like the infatuation period, right? Even when that disappears, we can still be consistent with working towards getting stronger and getting better. So remember to have your goals. Where are you wanting to go, and accept where you are. And then from that point, you can start working. And there's honestly, Zimbabwe, and for all my people overseas, I'm sure it's the same, but Zimbabwe has been amazing. The fitness community, the wellness community, there's such a strong alternative health community here. So you don't have to walk this journey alone. If you want to kind of know, if you want us to do an assessment, if you want us to maybe just kind of have a chat about your options, pop me a message in my DM and I'll connect you. I've been meeting up with GPs and surgeons, but I've also been meeting up with biokinetists and physiotherapists and personal trainers. And whether it's something that you like to mentally clear your head with, something like boxing, I know people that are doing that, right? And so there is a system. There's a system to help you walk through this. You don't have to do it alone. But the key here is, one, identify where you are, identify where you want to go, right? The other thing is identify your community. If it is the walking, find people to walk with, identify your community so that you have consistency, right? And then, just remembering that we're here to help. So you can have your community in terms of your people, your friends, and then you can have your healthcare professionals. And we're here to help you walk this journey, because remember, the goal is a great quality life. I hope that this has helped you. There's so much more to talk about in this, but I just wanted to pop in some ideas here. See you in the next video. Bye.